Good evening, everybody. This is a stock market recap for Wednesday, March 26th. We've started our daily consolidation now, and we closed at the daily 12 moving average and the daily 80 moving average. So we're right there on it right now. We had a slight increase on bear volume, but it wasn't very notable volume. And so now what we're looking at is where does our daily higher low come from at this point? And this is where you want to see if you're in a good trend where hourly oversold marks that daily higher low. So we've hit hourly oversold now. Now we need to change the hourly trend back to the bulls. That is step one. Technically we kind of just, this was kind of just like a straight shot down almost. We slightly had a bounce there. That was more just of a quick pivot. So I'm not going to call that a trend change fully yet. We totally did break support and we are in gap fill territory. But that's just a sucker punch from the bears, and we can still save our hourly uptrend. But now it's time for the bulls to prove something, and so we hit hourly oversold, and now is the time that we need to essentially get over the 0.382 on this and reclaim our hourly 12 moving average and get above the 0.382 on the way back up. So we'll see if futures, what happens there. We are bouncing now officially on the hourly, so this is where we want to see a significant bounce. Otherwise, we are susceptible to essentially a lower high. Now we are just looking for a 4-hour lower high on the way back up, because we have pulled back enough here on this move. We have pulled back enough that we passed the 0.5. We're getting close to the golden pocket on the way back down. So now it's less likely that we would just go straight up into a higher high at this point. And we probably will see a lower high on the way back up, and then we'll see what the pullback looks like for that anyways. So we're bouncing now in the after hours, in the futures, but we need to make a significant bounce. Otherwise, we are prone to more downside. We are just in an hourly bear flag right now. NASDAQ, same thing, straight down from that drop, but we actually did change the hourly trend. Actually, I guess technically SPY did change the hourly trend too. We haven't changed the 4-hour trend yet. This is just a straight shot as far as the 4-hour goes. We haven't changed the 4-hour trend, which is more important that I'm seeing, because that would give an edge to the bears as far as setting a weekly lower high. And that is all we're doing at this time. We're just looking for a weekly lower high than the all-time high. And there's lots of room for the bears to work with. So we don't want to stop here and then be at higher risk of more downside here. We want to keep going, obviously, and try and V-shape this drop. Just like we did back here. We essentially dropped 10%, 10.5%, and then we bounced all the way up until just under that previous resistance, and we did end up setting a higher low and continuing on. But that's kind of what I'm looking at, what hopefully to happen here. But we do need a bigger bounce at this time, because we got 2 days left in the week. Tomorrow is also an important data day for pre-market. There's growth, quarter-over-quarter growth on our GDP, so that's gonna definitely rock the market as well, whether it sends us back up or not. But this is happening pre-market, so an hour before the market opens, be on the lookout for that. So NASDAQ, ES and NASDAQ are closed right at the 12 moving average. The Dow is a little bit stronger than the two of them, because they have the finance sector is more significantly weighted, and the finance sector has been doing better overall than a lot of the other sectors. IWM down 1% today, closed just at essentially the 12 moving average, but it had made less of a bounce overall. Semiconductors, we actually broke through daily support already, so not a good look on semiconductors, and I mean that is what's been leading the market, and there was volume on this too, and I'm thinking it has to do with the tariff news, and that they're putting tariffs on the chips, which is a significant amount. So they're talking about moving their plants to the US, so we'll see what happens there, but this is definitely what's weighing the market down, tariffs and the semiconductors. So we'll see how this plays out. Also, we have the tariff being implemented on April 2nd, but that is a known event, so it's not like we don't know that it's happening. It's not a surprise, and it's not uncertainty, so we know it's happening. So chances are the market will have priced it in by the time that happens, is what I'm thinking. It's not surprise news, essentially. So Meta closing right at the 12 moving average yet, daily 12 moving average, sorry. We basically wicked off that 50 and closed now at the 12. So we need to hold this 12 and move back up. We're just looking for a 4-hour lower high on the way back up, because we have came down enough that this isn't a bull flag anymore. Nvidia. So we've actually changed the trend back bearish. So we need to save this right now and bounce overnight, because that could be essentially a fake out, but we are very much at risk. This is elevated volume. That would be the best case scenario for the bulls, but we are definitely at risk now. And we are looking down at our original support down here now. So maybe that might be coming into play here. And you know what? Maybe our weekly lower high. Yeah, we've already set a weekly lower high now. And now we haven't made that much room to set a weekly higher low on the way back down. So not that good for Nvidia. Tesla had a pretty big red day, 5.5% down. But we are technically in still a daily bull flag at this time. Seeing a little bit of a lower wick at this time. The volume is not ideal. Don't like seeing that big of volume on consolidation. So we're still above the 0.382. We're still above the daily 12 moving average. But the volume is the concern that we could negate this bear flag or bull flag, and not want to go up further. And that was also us. We hit 4-hour overbought, and now we have to watch, do we lose the 4-hour trend and set our weekly lower high? Because overall this is still, from the last move, we made it to the 0.5, so that increases our odds of a higher low on the way back down, but it's not a guarantee either. Palantir, just looking for a 4-hour higher low. We do have some room here and a daily higher low at this point too. We have closed the gap now, still above the 12 moving average. Don't like that it's increasing volume as well. That is the red flag, and that's across the boards on everything. So have we hit hourly oversold? We just nicked it there, but we made a lower low without making a lower low on the RSI. So we'll see if we can change the trend back, hourly trend back to the bulls, and that would be the sign that we're setting the daily higher low. Apple, Still hasn't started daily consolidation yet, so it's actually stronger at this time. We made it to the 0.5 on the way back up, so that's good. But we do want to see at least the golden pocket to give us more comfort in knowing that the bottom could be in. But we do have the 50 moving average looking up above too. But even when we do start daily consolidation, we do have a lot of room to set a daily higher low on the way back down. IBM, so we wicked just underneath our 254.63 level, and I'm still looking at this as a potential inverse head and shoulders, but we haven't started daily consolidation yet, so it's a possibility we could still just break above it. The hourly trend will kind of guide us. We'll see if we see a bounce tomorrow and a lower low, but we're still looking good on IBM as far as seeing some continuation, and we're above the 12 moving average as well, so that's good. Google, kind of a significant volume day down, so we don't like seeing that. We are looking at support now. Now we're just 163.03, and we have this as kind of an inverse head and shoulders at this point. So this is our head, left shoulder, head, and our right shoulder is forming now. Don't like seeing this volume. We don't want to see continued elevated volume. We want to see it, if we do see lower lows tomorrow, we want to see shrinking volume on that. Amazon, so yeah, we're seeing across the boards in the tech sector, inverse head and shoulders are starting to shape up, but we need to see hourly trend changes now to set our daily higher low and head back up to our neckline. BABA, still seeing a little bit of follow through. Still haven't seen 4 hour oversold yet, and that's kind of what I'm looking at for an entry. Also, if we get down to this 50 moving average, I'm still interested in that. We are also have this 126.10 support, look down below. So anywhere along here, I'm kind of looking for a possible entry at. AMD, so we did set that lower high now. Now we have our neckline, and this is what we're going to be looking at. Where does our, can we still hold this bull flag, or hold the point? Now we want to hold the 0.5 in the very least on the way back down, just to give us more strength on this inverse head and shoulders. We're still above the 0.382, so that's still technically a daily bull flag at this time. But we wanna hold this 0.382 and the 12 moving average on the way down. So we have a little bit of a lower wick, but we want to see we want to see a turnaround candle here as soon as possible. The sooner the better, because the less shallow the right shoulder is, the more strength this move can show. Visa still hasn't started daily consolidation yet. Even when we do, we have lots of room on the way back down to set a daily higher low. We're above the 12 moving average, above the 50. Visa is one of the stronger names, definitely. Rgti, now we've set that daily lower high, so we are at risk. Definitely at risk now. We're just looking at this low. We need to hold that and then hopefully see an equilibrium at this point. The 50 moving average has been trouble for us right here, and now the 12 too. So we need this 845 to hold. You don't want to change the daily trend and start weekly consolidation here. That's not what you want, because we're in this weekly equilibrium, remember. We don't want to start, this is just kind of a weak bounce at this point. Microsoft started daily consolidation, not significant volume. We closed at the 12 moving average. Now we kind of have our neckline here, and we'll see if we can shape up that right shoulder now. See if we hit hourly oversold yet. just about almost hit it, but not yet. We need to change the hourly trend back to the bulls. SMCI, so another chip name, significant follow through now to the downside with the daily trend change. This is not what we want to see. No, we lost our trend line, and we are looking at the lows now. And as more, we have a support at 35.36 and one at 34.51, but as like more and more names break to the lows, then we put ourselves at more risk, like the S&P and everything else rolling over as well, because they might follow suit as well. So chip names are definitely very weak. Actually, I want to see MU. Yeah, MU as well. We got this big equilibrium kind of playing out here. Very long equilibrium. Wow. Yeah, this is a huge squeeze in the making on MU. Kind of getting close to a monthly squeeze, but need to hold this low now. This is all we're looking at. Needs to hold 86.07 on the way back down. We've changed our daily trend. Actually, no, I don't think... No, we didn't change the daily trend yet. This is just a straight drop, but increasing volume. So we don't like seeing that. So XLF, yeah, the finance sector has been kind of beasting us along as far as showing the most strength out of everything. And with... when I'm looking at for all-time highs, a lot of the names are in the finance sector. And that's been consistent. So a lot of these names that we're seeing making new all-time highs is finance names, a couple energy, and a couple tech names. But yeah, mostly finance. So if you're making new trades, these are the names that I would be looking at. Let me see what names were significant today to add to the list. So EXE making new all-time highs again. HOND, oh no, never mind. Relative, this is relatively, so this doesn't happen often. You want relative to be close to 1, so you normally trade a higher dollar amounts that has good liquidity. I know there's another name. Oh, ICE again. ICE making new all-time highs. And, oh, this one. RTX Corporation. So that was a new one that I added to my list for hourly and 4-hour oversold. And so that's it for today. Like I said, the important things tomorrow morning, an hour before the market opens, we have the the quarter-over-quarter GDP, which is gonna definitely rock the market. That's a big number. So expect big volatility tomorrow, probably pre-market, and hopefully that keeps us going in our uptrends. But we have to be ready for the downside too. And that's about it. So we'll see if futures, we can keep our hourly uptrends alive. We're seeing a bit of a bounce now, but we need to make more room so we can set a higher low on the way back down. All right, take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.